video public. Okay, I'm recording this as we speak. The aim of recording is so someone can uh, recap it, okay, in the future. Okay, so Sindhu asked me a question in particular. What if she goes for spring semester instead of fall semester? So the answer is very simple. So I'm going to answer a question. So Sindhu, to answer your question right away, there is actually some difference for sure. The difference is this is how the course structure happens. Like in the master's program, I will put it on the whiteboard. Let me go to the whiteboard. Okay. So if you have spring, right, that starts in the January, February, and then you have fall that starts in the, like, depends on the university, August, September. Mine started sometime in the August, like August, first week of August, and then you have summer. Summer varies, like usually end of May or beginning of June. How the university course are structured is, take any master's university, they will have 400 level courses and they will have 500 level courses. Sometimes they will have 600 level courses that are thesis or project. Okay, and also they have 300 level courses which are prerequisite courses. Now for example, you went for fall and you say you took two 400 level courses, 483, which is a microprocessor. I'm just giving example. You might be a computer science student, but I'm just giving an example here. So say 483 is a microprocessor, computer organization, something like that, and 465 is a VLSI, and say 583, which is a control systems. Now so what happens usually is, um, some students come without any prerequisite. Like for example, they never took VLSI course in their engineering. They might be a triple E student who is coming for electrical engineering and he never took a VLSI student, or his VLSI curriculum or course structure he did was not up to the mark. So professor will suggest him to take 300 level courses. Now keep this in mind, you need 33 credits to finish your master's, plus thesis or project or final exam. So I'm using or here, not end operator, or. So 33 credits is 3 multiplied by 11. Okay, so you should take 11 courses. So how you divide 11 evenly? You can take 3 courses for fall, you can take 3 courses for spring, you can take another 3 courses for the next fall. How many courses you took in total now? 9. 10 and 11. You can take 2 courses for summer, or you can take 2 courses for the upcoming spring. So what I mean to say that is, let me go to the uh, next drawing. Say example, if you join the university in fall, you will take 3 courses, and the spring, so fall 2010, okay, 2020. Now 2021 spring, you take 3 courses. Fall 2021, you take another 3 courses, and spring 2022 you will take 2 courses, and during the spring 2022 you will also give your thesis. You will submit thesis, or you will do some kind of final project or an exam. Okay, so in between you will have a summer, so you can apply for summer internship, or you can take courses if you don't find an internship. So summer internship can be done between the spring and fall, and you have to do it under CPT program. Okay, there is a criteria for you to, in order to qualify for CPT. Your department has to approve it, your school has to approve the CPT, and then they have to apply. It will take some procedures, so you have to be very well advanced while applying CPT. So that's another discussion for another day. Now, coming to your question, what will happen if I join during spring rather than the fall? Um, the answer to that question is, the coursework is usually um, done such a way that if a 400 level course is offered in a fall, its corresponding 500 level course will be offered in spring. Do you understand what I'm saying? The number
Yes.
of course offered in spring for 400 will be still be there, but they will be little compared to the fall. But it again depends on the department and the program. On an average, this is how it looks. So what happens is, if you are adequate, if you have adequate experience and information, you can directly take 500 level course. No one is going to object you, unless otherwise, if the professor who's offering the 500 course um, makes you to take 400 course as a prerequisite. I took a 500 level course directly without 400 prerequisites because I have work experience in that course and I did very well in my undergrad. So I was able to take 500 course directly. So you have to keep in your mind that you need to say, out of 11 courses, you need to do 500 level courses and 400 level courses. This equation changes every time, like depends on the department, depends on the school you are going to. Does it, do you follow me so far? So some schools will have 4, some like 7, so that equation changes with the respective, but you need to take some fixed amount 500 level courses and fixed amount of 400 level courses. So when you go for spring, right, you need to make sure you take at least, people usually in the spring, they take at least 2 500 level courses. And the next fall, like in the first fall, they will take 2 400 level courses and 1 500 level courses. And in and then the next fall, they will take 2 500 courses, okay, and 1 400 courses. You see, they started with 2 400 level courses and 1 500 level courses. As they made progress to the next semester, the equation kept, the 500 level courses increased and 1 400 courses and 4. So by the time of the 2021 fall, they have completed at least 4 500 level courses, okay, and 1 2 3, so 3 400 level courses, so they have 7 courses. So in the next um, upcoming spring, they will go for either all the 400 level courses or vice versa. They will start here, they will only take 3 400 level courses in the fall, and they take only 1 500 in the spring. So you understand the equation where I'm coming from. So one thing you need to make sure and keep in mind always, that the 500 level course, if you miss in this spring, you have to wait till the next spring. There are certain courses where you have to take both 500 and 400 level courses. For example, if there is a digital image processing 439, you have to take advanced digital image processing 539 to finish one stream. So when you graduate, you have to take the combination of 431, 539, at least 2 combinations. I did digital image processing 439, 539 combination, and I did microprocessor 439, 539 combination. So I and networking 400 level and 500 level courses. So 3 combinations I did. So some universities will ask you to take 3 combinations. So some students will end up doing more than 11 courses to satisfy the requirement for the master's degree. Do you follow me so far? Like 400 level, 500 level courses combination? Is it
Yes.
confusing? Swarna,
Yes.
you able to follow?
Hey, actually, my question is how you will get to know that's a 400 level course or like 500 level course?
So, okay. So how we get to know which course is offered on this particular semester? I will answer you that question. So before the semester starts and the orientation happens, let me clear this, okay? So, so there will be orientation. Okay. And then there will be 1 week of orientation. And between the orientation and the classes commencement starts, there will be a class registration. So this class registration can happen online or in person. So before the class registration happens, you will be assigned one professor. So this professor will be he will be your counselor. He will be your guide. So this professor will go through your performance and your other transcripts, and he will suggest you take these classes this semester. You can always oppose him saying, I appreciate your suggestion, but I am planning to take classes. And they will say, okay, that's fine then. You can take these classes. And then we'll just update the system. So this professor is to just to guide you, but he or she doesn't require to be the actual professor who's taking your courses. He's just your guide. He's um like you consider him as your what you call a mentor. So after you're speaking to professor, you go to the class registration. Class registration starts at, say, example, 8 a.m. 23rd of February. So what you do know, people usually keep refreshing their screen at 8 a.m. 23rd of February, and they will right away register to the courses they decided to join. Why? Because each course, say example, if there is a 439 course, there will be only 26 positions open, like places open for the spring. So you need to enlist right away so that they don't get over. You understand, right? There are some universities where there are so many Indian students, like they go in hundreds, 200 numbers each semester, and everyone wants to take 439 course because its grades are easy to fetch, and also the professor is very friendly and his coursework is very interactive. So there will be always factors to select a coursework. In some cases, people won't go after a certain course because the last time only two people got A grade and majority of them got C grade. So even though you are like a outstanding excellent student, you have to consider that in factor as a strategy. Why should I risk such a class where the coursework is difficult to get an A grade? So all these factors combined, they will be published on your department page. You'll go there and register. Boom, you'll hit the, as soon as 8 o'clock the registration opens, you'll just hit your you'll just enlist through the interactive like portal, and then you'll put your name there. Sometimes people are smart enough, they register for more than 3 classes and then they drop before the final date to drop the class so that they can attend the first few classes and see how the coursework looks like. Do you follow me so far, Swarna?
Yes, yes, I got it.
So some people enlist for more than 3 classes and they will go through first 2 classes and see if this is doable class. And then they will send an email saying, I'm dropping this class because I'm planning to take this class in the next semester. Or they might even say that, I thought that this 500 level class, if it is a 500 level class, I thought I could manage this 500 level class without the 439 prerequisite because I had it covered during my undergrad, but it appears to be I need to redo the course, 400 level course and join 500. So I'm dropping from this class. So yeah. And some people are very ambitious. They do 4 classes in one semester. I've seen some my classmates do 4 classes in one semester. Um, I mean, apparently they are not from India. They're the local students who went for undergraduate in the same school. So they're ambitious, they're smart. They were able to manage 4 courses in one semester. Managing 4 courses in one semester is doable if you have funding. And one of the course is a part of your G and RA. So that is where the G and RA comes into the picture. To answer your question, Sindhu, that what are the disadvantages of going to the spring? Most of the programs schedule starts from the fall. It is not like the spring is a very bad time to start with, but if you go for the spring, like most of the on-campus jobs will be filled to the 90% or 20%. But remember, most people graduate in fall, like December of the fall, and that means you have an option to fill the on-campus and off-campus jobs. So it is not technically true that um, you will find more all the positions are over in the December. So there is still a scope that you can still find on-campus and off-campus jobs in spring too, because plenty of students resign or graduate in December and then they go out of the school. So on-campus jobs will be open. And also, spring is the time that more student get the GA and RA, because they already been there in the fall semester. They got A grade in, say, example 459, which is computer programming or a software program development course, and there are 2 GA positions open. So who will be eligible for the GA? Whoever got A grade in the fall semester. You understood, right? So you won't be inherently eligible for that position. So you have to wait till fall semester to get a graduate assistantship, because they're not giving you RA and GA right away in the first semester, if that's the criteria. Do you understand, Sindhu, the disadvantage of going on the spring?
Yes.
Basically, you have to skip the summer semester and apply for fall semester GA and RA, or vice versa. You can take courses for summer and apply for GA and RA in summer as well. Okay. So somebody by name Gautam is coming. Do you know Gautam?
Yes, actually, I only
Okay.
asked him to join. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So now here is something you need to understand. Now, what are GA and RA, and what those positions look like, and how to manage score a GA position, RA position. Um, to be honest, graduate assistantship, GA stands for graduate assistantship, and RA stands for research assistantship. Let me write it down. Graduate assistant, or uh, s- assistantship, research assistant. So what's the difference between a graduate assistant and RA? So graduate assistant or TA, there are certain courses um, where the graduate assistant is required to do the grading. Sometimes graduate assistant will do your project grading. Like if you have submitted your assignment, one weekend assignment, to graduate assistant will be doing your grading work and submitting it to the professor. And as well as teaching assistant. Teaching assistant is who who will assist you in your lab programming and lab work. So he will be there sitting in the lab next to you, trying to help you if you are not able to debug a program or not able to understand certain modules. He will try to assist you and teach you and help you with the material. So he's a teaching assistant, and he has to be available at all time during the lab hours. Graduate assistant should be able to do the grading and all. He can take that paperwork to home and do grading, and sometimes he can also like assist in project work and present some seminars. Now, or a research work. So research work is little different to GNTA. They will be assigned a lab of their own, and they will be doing all the research work. For example, I took advanced microprocessor controlling. So we did research work in developing a microprocessor with some specifications that Intel was planning to make along with my university. So we all put together, did some research work in majority of it's in the uh, using VHDL and CAD and some of other software tools. It's been a while. So we do the research and we basically develop a product and we submit to the Intel. So the advantage of research assistantship is now already you are working in a portfolio of a company, like a electronics company, in this case like Intel. I can put that on my resume, and then I can also collaborate. I also did some collaboration with somebody in the Intel, right, at the same time, working from my university in the research lab. It makes my job search very easy and relatively easy. So using that research assistantship experience, I am not only getting a better funding. Usually graduate assistantship, you'll get full fee waiver and some salary, like I believe some $15 per hour. Whereas research assistantship, you'll get a stipend like $1,600 plus salary, because you're developing a product, and full fee waiver and better chances of internships. um, or you, after like graduating, you will right away you can apply to the same company or same client, and there's a more better chances of full-time job opportunity. So research assistantship is the most desired assistantship when you are a master student. So that's the difference between GA, TA, and RA. We can talk about them all day. How you can apply is with the better grades in the first semester. When you go for fall, try to see, try to plan into the future. Ask your seniors what are the GA, RA positions being open for spring. If they give you the course numbers, try to take those courses for fall and perform to an extent where you score A grade in all of them, and then you can apply with your resume. Since you already scored A, you will get one or other GA course, like GA position. You understand what I'm saying? And the professor already know you are his student. He will say, okay, you perform well in the fall semester, you got scored A, I you are a prospective student for this position, and he might grant you with the GA for one of his courses or for the same courses. Sometimes even if you don't take course, right, they might give you the GI system. One good example is there was a artificial intelligence, some automotive language 300 level course that is been going, that's been being uh, being taught for the undergrad students. She has a hard time finding a GA because there is no one with that programming experience that she is teaching that course with. Anybody who has that experience or know the programming qualify for the GA. And outside the department, you will find GAs as well. So what are those GA positions that you can find outside the department? For example, we have a in my university, I'm just giving an example. So each university will have their own. So my university, there is a very huge building that houses library, and as well as a digital library, and as well as the dining services, and as well as a big function hall. So there is a big, huge building. So then you need a night maintenance guy. So that is a GA position. You won't believe it. So whoever has experience in building management or event management, they qualify for this GA, and they right away apply it. If they can get it, they will get full funding waiver. So they'll get salary and full funding waiver, and they can work 20 hours a week on that GA. And if you're a Java programmer, every university will have an IT department. They probably need a front-end Java developer. So you can apply for a GA position. The aim of this position is, instead of paying like $80,000 per annum, they will just hire a master students with a Java experience. Do you understand? And they will give them full fee waiver. You need to pay nothing from your pocket, and they will pay you salary on the top, like $1,600 to $2,000. So you're making money while doing masters, and also you're also adding some experience to your resume because you're working for the university IT department 20 hours a week. I used to work as a web developer, so that was my GA position. And I developed a website using Flash and HTML3 that time, some time ago. So there was no HTML5 at that time. So that is one way of getting a GA outside your department. The most popular GA positions are, laptop repair, hardware repair centers. Every university will have a GA position for the hardware department, like hardware support. So in India, there are certain certifications like HP certified laptop repair, Dell certified laptop repair technician. Do those certificates. you will get a GA position with that certificate without a doubt, because there will be number of position open in this department. It's very easy to train new people. Instead of hiring somebody for 60,000 an annum, they will just hire master students for like 1 year or 1.5 year, and it's very easy for them to train you. And then if you're already HP certified and Dell certified, um, you will be you know you'll get a GA position outside your department in that hardware support department, and you'll get full fund waiver. You will be saving $40,000 to $50,000 of your money, and you'll be probably saving money for your own expenses, and you can even buy a car because you have a job and you have full fee waiver, and then you can apply for summer internships. So look about the free time and the money you get just by preparing yourself with these certifications like HP certified laptop repair and Java certification and web developer certifications. These are the certifications you can do. I'm dropping those certifications, free certifications, in the WhatsApp group. If you guys remember, every day you can do them online. For the hardware certification, like you can do networking A plus certification, CompTIA hardware certifications, CCNA, CCNP, all those. You follow me so far?
Yes.
Okay. So Sindhu, do you have any questions? We have 5 more minutes before this meeting ends.
Mm. So this full-time waiver only comes after getting into college, or like can we get it before, like after getting our GRE score and before like after applying to universities? Won't they
You're
provide
talking about GA and RA, or
an GNRA and also the full-time waiver with permission?
full fee waiver?
Yeah, yes,
Yes,
sorry, yeah,
full fee
full fee
waiver.
waiver.
There is a very short answer to this. Most Indian
Mm-hmm.
students, they don't apply in advance. I was surprised to see that students who apply from Pakistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, they apply from the top universities in their country, like equivalent of IIT in our India. So what they do is they only go to masters after their GA and RA and full fee waiver is approved. Otherwise, they don't consider going for masters. So yes, you can get GA and RA and full fee waiver. The students who got full fee waiver GA and RA from the first semester are those who were already working in India in an IT. So I had few of my classmates who worked for Wipro and Infosys for several years, like 2 years, 1 year, and they applied through some program. I don't remember the name, and they were granted full fee waiver in the first semester itself. So people who come with work experience, they usually get full funding waiver before coming for the spring semester. Not all. Those who apply, carefully do their research which universities are offering such programs. You understand? So you have to do a lot of
Yes.
research. Most consultancies in India, they don't give you this information because they only give you information regarding universities which will give them commission when they get you an I-20. So if you apply through them to some third tier university, they will get I-20 commission, and that is their job. They are not educational counselors, they are just brokers working for their commission. You understood, right? So yes,
Yes,
your
yes.
answer is you can get your G and RA from the first semester onwards, but you need to do a lot of digging into the information by going to each university and asking the current students, like, do they have such special tailored programs for working IT professionals who are willing to do a job, who are willing to do masters in your university and make use of that experience. uh, any other questions? We're running out of
Rakesh,
time.
one question I have. Okay,
Yeah.
so like what you told, based on that, what I understood,
Uh-huh.
it's easier to get the GA and RA if you have work experience in the first semester, right?
Right. You have to apply alongside with your master's application. Okay.
Okay, so like
That's
okay.
okay. Let me share the screen. I don't know if I have time. Yeah, we have 5 minutes time. So let me share this. Blah, 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 blah.
Rakesh, one thing actually, Vinay, one person actually sending me the request to accept. It's just waiting for your confirmation.
Oh, okay. I don't see him waiting room. Let me see. Yeah, he's not in the lobby. I don't see him in the waiting room. So, yeah, I can pass him this recording. So, to answer your question, Swarna, this is the
Okay.
table. There is some mistakes in this table. This is third year, second semester, not first semester. Okay, ignore these information. So, say example, you are in third year, second semester. If you are engineering student, all of you people who are in this call are already working. You graduated, but I'm just giving you the timeline. Say this is May. Say this is summer of start GRE and TOEFL preparation. August, take your exam. September and November end. Apply the university based on your scores and academic interest, like the universities that give you GA and RA. Decide which university to join and verify, like December and January. Okay, January and May, start applying for bank loan and apply for graduate assistantship program. You see what I'm doing here? January to May, I am asking the university I shortlisted. I am coming from fall, which starts in August, September. I want to apply for graduate assistantship. I have work experience. So this is when you can apply 6 months in advance or 8 months in advance in this case. You that did that answer your question, Swarna?
Yes, yes, yes. Got it.
So
Right?
should we contact anyone there for like graduate assistantship and
So
uh,
so that's a good question. You can contact if you're applying for graduate assistant within your department, like if you're computer science department, contact the dean. Also copy in the CC the secretary of the department. Most likely they will say we don't have any position open, mostly because most universities Indians apply. There will be like hundreds of Indian students already waiting in line. But make sure cleverly choose university that have few Indians and more, like relatively more GA positions. I see a trend, particular trend, that Indian students are going for very few universities. Northeastern, University of Texas, Dallas, Arizona State University. Uh, these are the universities there everybody's applying. If you go for such universities, they are really good universities. I highly recommend you applying those universities. But if you apply in advance, the chance of rejection is 100%. But if you apply for universities like University of Wyoming or Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, or Wichita State University, there is a certain chance that you can get GA in advance because very few Indian students go there. They do not advertise their master's program vigorously like University of Texas, Dallas, and all those things. So there are certain universities where there are very few Indian universities, but education is of same quality. Don't get deceived by the university ranking. If it's a public university, if they have funding to give you scholarship and GATA and RA position, what making you opt for the university that is not giving you? Is it just the ranking? People get misguided thinking, oh, I'm going for UTD, or I'm going, so since I went for UTD, I'll put that on my resume, I will get job, boom. No, that doesn't happen. No one is going to invite you for the interview because you have a master's degree. Every year 1,70,000 students from country of India alone come to USA for masters. I have one position other day in my client location. So the same position opens every year for fall. In 2015, 12 people applied. It took us some time to interview all the 12. Most of them are Indian OPT students. In 2018, 38 students applied. I was like, wow, 38 students. It is going to be very vigorous shortlisting of each one. In 2020, 728 students applied for one position. Out of them, 600 are master students. And we shortlisted based on previous experience. So nowadays, any job after masters requires certain previous experience. So do not come without any previous experience. Or if you're coming without previous experience, come with certifications like which I mentioned, and also aim for research assistantship in your university. If you don't have research assistantship in university, you will end up in Desi consultancy, Indian consultancies that tweak your resume and submit for your like a contracting position. Contracting positions are very very calculative these days and very competitive. It's very difficult to get job in a contracting field these days. So I mean, that's all I have. So the time has come to an end, so we can continue this class tomorrow. If you have any questions, You can add other folks to the WhatsApp group of ours. I can answer them one-to-one. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.